How fortunate it is the Barbarians, not England, opposing the All Blacks at Twickenham on Saturday. Injuries and unavailability would have limited both sides' preparations and taken the edge off a fixture that does not absolutely have to happen now. This time next year, when black and white ambitions do finally collide, there will be no post-Leinster hangover either. Instead, England have spent the past week in the relative peace of Portugal, thinking mostly about themselves. New Zealand's arrival has been noted by Wasps number 8 Nathan Hughes. They're beatable. When the time comes for us to play them next year, we'll see who the best team is, but primarily the focus has been on self-improvement. England, despite one defeat in 2 years under Eddie Jones, are still not where they aspire to be. Nor is it entirely clear whether their best 15 now will still be in situ in 12 months' time. No one is more keenly aware of the ticking clock than Dylan Hartley, whose main rival for the hooking jersey, Saracens' Jamie George, started all 3 Lions tests in the summer. Jones remains a firm fan of the England captain, but nothing is forever. The coach has also been praising the attitude of Bath's bristling hooker Tom Dunn out in the Algarve. Jones did offer some encouragement to Hartley and other 30-somethings this week. It is not about their age, it is how hard they want to work and how much they want to play at the World Cup. If they want to really do it, they can, but the most telling words came from the Northampton player. I want to be a part of this team. I want to drive it forward. I don't need someone else to be on the Lions tour to motivate me. I've got my own motivations. The leader of the pack, in short, is going nowhere. This will become blindingly obvious as early as Monday when England's forwards swap the Algarve for the reality of a live scrummaging session in Bristol against Warren Gatland's Wales. Just consider it from Hartley's perspective: a full-on scrummaging examination against another Lions hooker, Ken Owens, in front of the Lions coach who left him out. Small wonder Hartley is not struggling for motivation. I can imagine preparing for that session will be different. There'll be a bit of an edge to it. England insist things will not go over the top, regardless of how spiky the session becomes. Not only will the outstanding Nigel Owens be available to referee it, but Hartley hardly needs reminding of the need for discipline at the highest level. Don't think we can go down there and have a brawl. That would be detrimental and we wouldn't get anything out of it. I think it's a good thing to do. We want to challenge ourselves, and obviously we're playing international rugby at the weekend. The best way to prepare is to scrummage against another international side. Both teams want to get something out of it, and it is definitely going to be beneficial for us. While the 31-year-old has clearly had his well-publicized issues at club level, it is also a matter of record that Hartley's international record since becoming England's captain is exemplary. Jones is unbothered by Hartley's most recent sighting. The case was dismissed following last month's European game in Claremont and believes test referees will also take no notice. That's a club issue I don't involve myself in. At test level, one think he's been refereed very fairly. Hartley does now admit to being temporarily baffled by Italy's unconventional tactics during last season's Six Nations, but specifically put himself forward to captain the Saints again this season in the hope it would help improve his leadership at international level as well. It's quite a selfish way to look at it, but I wanted to captain week in week out to practice this role. I think you learn more about yourself. I certainly have done this year. In Portugal, he has also made no secret of the need for every England player to take responsibility for his own destiny. It comes down to resilient, self-reliant players working things out for themselves and not looking to the coach's box for help. I get up every morning pretty hungry to get better and stay a part of this, in any role, whether it is a starter or a finisher or a squad member. I just want to be involved with this team. This continuing desire looks set to earn them the nod for next Saturday's game against Argentina. What happens thereafter will be fascinating. This isn't about me and Jamie, it's about the team getting better, Hartley reiterates. If he's playing well and I'm playing well, it's good for everyone. We want a competitive edge in the squad. We can't just stay where we are. That is the message. In Argentina we had 2 close tests and now we want to change our game. We want to be a different England team from what they faced in the summer. We're 2 years out from a World Cup and we're striving to be number 1. We've got 3 games coming up to cement that challenger's spot. The countdown clock is on now. keep improving over the next 12 months, and that distant clash with New Zealand really could be a classic.